Infinity War Sleepwalker Issue 2 takes a trip into the Power Stone as Little Monster fights in the arena against hundreds of other warriors. Sleepwalker tries to contact Scott, telling him that all worlds are in danger, but Scott doesn't reply. Instead, Dynamis, the living embodiment of the Power Cosmic, arrives and says that he rules the realm, and while Sleepwalker doesn't provide him a challenge, Scott Banner does however, and Dynamis wants to challenge him, but not before knowing more about him. The champion gets Sleepwalker to tell him the origin of Scott Banner, who once his fiancée Janice Jones was sent to prison, he tried to break her out of the ant farm, but learned the prisoners were being tested on thanks to the warden, the headman, who was testing the gamma-powered PIM particles on them. Scott tried to save his fiancée and ends up being infected by the particles, turning him into Little Monster. Dynamis finds the story amusing, but Sleepwalker's patience is wearing thin and wants to leave, but the champion says that to leave they need to fight in the arena and win or die. Little Monster suddenly disappears and Sleepwalker knows that Scott has been woken from his sleep in the real world. Scott did indeed wake up and he's in the company of Thunderbolts, his old team, who reveal that they have kidnapped the headman, who built something called the A-Bomb, a weaponized semi-intelligent bacterium that could kill someone from the inside out. The team reveals that Headman set the virus loose in a children's hospital and will give them the cure, as long as Little Monster enters his body and destroys the infection plaguing his body and mind. Dynamis meanwhile fights Sleepwalker, who doesn't want to fight the champion, but he keeps attacking, saying Sleepwalker should have stayed in his mindscape. Inside Headman, Scott fights the infection, which swallows him, and using one of the villain's veins, he travels to his brain, where he finds the monstrous infection, the Abomination. The creature attacks, and while he's faster and stronger than Little Monster, he isn't as smarter. Scott however shrinks and enters the monster's own body. Sleepwalker meanwhile manages to trap Dynamis, while he learns that he can't win the battle with sheer power, but needs to be smart about it. Inside the body of Headman, Scott grows rapidly and bursts from the Abomination, killing the infection while Sleepwalker uses his powerful mind to best Dynamis. Headman reawakens, free from the infection, and as the villain is taken away, Scott returns to sleep, awakening again in the Power Stone, learning that he missed the big fight. Sleepwalker says that they can't stay and need to move on, and need to find Rick Sheridan before he becomes fully bonded with his warped persona. Needing someone who is touched by time and space, the heroes head off to find a nightmare, specifically the nightmares of Chris Powell, the Darkhawk. Elsewhere, Commander Hand tells her shadowy subordinate if he's heard of Project Cassandra. Man says that he has heard of the ESP Early Warning Project, and Hand reveals to Rick Fury that the project alerted them to Sleepwalker and his interest in S.H.I.E.L.D. and Rick. Infinity War Sleepwalker Issue 2 continued to prove that it's quite the integral tie-in to the Infinity Wars storyline, as Sleepwalker journeys through the worlds inside the Infinity Stones to search for his friend Rick. It's really quite awesome that we're exploring these worlds within the Infinity Stones and what lives in them, and it's even cooler that each stone seems to have certain heroes in it that I guess is kind of drawn to that specific stone. So like in the Power Stone we actually have someone who's like the Hulk because they're powerful and everything but doesn't crave power. I think that's pretty cool. Sleepwalker using this to his advantage was actually really creative, and I look forward to finding more heroes in Sleepwalker's journey to find Rick, who in a twist is paired with Nick Fury of all people, which is kind of awesome. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.